saying, and that's the only thing that can happen is I have to crack myself up here. And this takes time. It's not a perfect science, although maybe it is a perfect science on a new computer. I'll have to think about that. Julie, I'm thinking about coming back to Thrive. I think you're still there. Let me know. I'm interested in when you're working out there. Okay, so let's talk about, okay, I'll try not to move and maybe it'll just keep up with me. Let's talk about my stringy hair. No, let's talk about vibrations, frequencies, angels, algorithms. And this is really good because it's actually apropos that we're talking about this on social media platforms that will make all of this into an algorithm and to decide who is going to see this and who isn't, which is really interesting. It's kind of interesting to be thinking about. Okay, let me just back up and say this. I'm writing like this really huge paper, and it is about the social media platforms, how people are getting found, how they're not getting found, how algorithms work, how chatbot works, how echo chambers work, how like cyber troops work, how the Russian IRA works, how just really deep into this stuff, okay? So I realized there's something I realized from all of this, and maybe you're not hearing me because the connection sucks. Oh, I hope that's not true. I don't know if somebody is watching me on YouTube and watching me on Facebook. I'm going to try and put my... So first and foremost, thank you so much for joining me. Share this with your friends and family. Like it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're over there on the land of Face and over here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And thanks for everybody for joining. I love doing Mediumship Mondays. And some of the reasons I love it is because it's interesting. There's so many different thoughts going through my head right now. And one of them is, it is our time to have our intuition and have are really locked into our vibration and frequency and locked in to be able to read other people's vibration and frequency. This is the most important time to start thinking about this, because when you're working in a land, like in a cyber land where we really spend a lot of our time of our day, then you are getting curtailed what you're watching, how you're watching it, what you're watching, what you're going to be shown, what's going to be your suggestion, what's your next music you may like to listen to. And some of the music that I've been like, that the algorithm of Pandora has Pandora's algorithm is spot on. But but it's interesting because, let's just talk about my musical, let's just talk about my music, right? So I know I say this and nobody believes me. Well, maybe they do, maybe you don't. But when I come to a group reading, I will blast gangster rap all the way there. For some reason, it helps me calm down, helps me get into my place. It's not even gangster rap, just any kind of rap. It could be Hopsin, it could be Tech Nine, it could be like a whole bunch of different stuff. It could be like way old school NWA. It doesn't matter to me. But on the other side of it, I got to get the name of this band because I just found them today. You have, I got to find. Oh, you have another band that I just found with the Mountain Goats. So I'm really kind of unpredictable on an algorithm. Not only would I be wanting to listen to Metallica, metalhead, rap, folk music, but I also want to listen to Tori Amos, and I want to hear symphony music. So if I'm going down an algorithm of just listening to rap, I will only get shown different kinds of rap and different kinds of rap. And there's amazing artists out there, don't get me wrong, but it's not my only interest, right? So when you're moving forward in your life and you're not in touch with the fact that you're not getting information or the whole picture, you think that what you're seeing is really the truth, or you think that the vibration and frequency that you're feeling, that you're seeing and you're bringing in is jiving to, I hope that you guys are getting this, because this is like the algorithm discussion that comes forward into the energetic sphere. So it is more important than ever that, oh, Tracy, you're not there. Julie, you're not there anymore. That's sad. I just saw that. Anyway, I want to make sure that I say that. It's very important to talk about the fact that doing the algorithm, and if you have an algorithm and you're just doing a specific thing, you don't know all the information. You're just given this one thing. Like if I just put like rap into Pandora, it's only going to give me rap. It's not going to give me all the other stuff that I'm interested in, which is a lot of stuff, right? It's not just one genre or one type of music. It's a ton. And with that, I want to couple that, and I want to kind of mirror that to energy, vibration, and frequency. When we're around and only believing one set of ways and one set of being and one set of like experiencing the world, then we're really cutting ourselves off from higher realms or realms that we're actually worked through. Because just because you work through a realm doesn't mean that it's a bad realm, or you work for energy and frequency and a vibration doesn't mean that the energy, frequency, and vibration is bad. It just means that it is. We as humans are the ones, oh, my picture fell down. We as humans are the ones who designate what's good or bad. And I want to say that actually is something that we need to think about, that we question if anything really truly is good or bad, or is everything a learning experience for us? I hope I'm making sense here. If somebody can tell me if this is making sense, I would appreciate it, because it is, it's how to use, so I want you to be able to think about how do you use vibration and frequency and energy. Okay, good. Thank you, Cassandra. I appreciate that. How you use that in your life. Not so you're an algorithm and cutting things out, but so that you are actually looking at stuff and bringing the energies in, and then being able to not just do an external energy, vibration, and frequency, but you're actually bringing it in so you can attune to your own energy, vibration, and frequency and see if it vibrates with you. Now, one of the interesting things, because we talk about social media and elections, we're talking about big echo chambers. So you have, oh, look at that. There's an antivirus thing popping up because you installed a virus into my computer. Right? Isn't that how it goes? You installed a virus, therefore now try and buy the virus stuff. Which made me think, oh, good. Making sense. Good, Tracy. Thank you. So when we tend to say, and I just want to, I want to explain this, and I want to take it to the, of course it is almost full. Sorry, I'm just getting all these warning things popping up. So when we take this to like the next level of looking out and say, well, I'm not saying that terrible things don't happen, right? I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that if we only like let's just say, I do like this example. Let's just say that I decide that I don't want to believe in anything else but angels, right? Angels, angels, angels. I'm only going to believe in angels. I'm not going to believe anything else metaphysical. Like, I only want to hear you talk to me about angels. Well, you might be missing out on a big part of the conversation. You could be missing out on crystals. You could be missing out on some of the chakras. You could be missing out on like your set of intention. You could be then moving into a lack experience and not really even knowing it because you're saying the only thing that's true is angels. I want to encourage you to be not a but. I believe in angels, but I want to hear you say something. I believe in angels and I believe in angels and I believe in building bridges to people. And I believe that I can set my intention. So I'm hoping that makes sense to you. Okay. All right. So perfect. That makes me, I hope that gets it. And I'm messing a lot with my hair. And let's see. I got to, just before I was here, I'm really upset with my hair right now. I'm sorry. I'm just, before I came here tonight, I got to listen to my next door neighbor's unfinished album. An unfinished album. So so I was riding around in her car, I was listening to it, and there is some music on there that is so deeply spiritual. And I've heard a song on there a couple of times. Riley's barking at the door now. I've heard a song on there a couple of times, and one of the songs I realized was about the Buddha. She was singing about the Buddha, and I mean, this song always makes me cry my eyes out. So I was listening to it, and then I heard it in a different. I was like, oh my gosh, it's all about the Buddha. And I'm gonna have to buy some rights to that, or so that I can, whatever I have to do when I use it. Anyway, she has a beautiful voice, so that was really kind of nice. I'm sorry. My kids are supposed to be doing Foursquare right now. Or at least some of them are. Okay, so, all right, there's a whole bunch. So I just want to say energy, vibration, and frequency. That's exactly where we really want to be thinking about. What's your energy? What's your vibration? What's your frequency? How are you moving in this world? How are you interacting with the energy and vibration frequency around you? Because look, if you are of the energetic realm of, oh, I can't do that, or I can't go there, or I can't be that, I just want to say you could be cutting something out that is trying to teach you how to actually grow in this world. So I want to encourage you, because I will share a story. I like to share stories. I have met some people when I was, some other people that were like in the way beginning, like 4 different women, 1 man. And there was a misunderstanding and expectations that were not met. And what ended up happening is I got told off. I'll just cut to the chase. I just got told off. I was told off, and then she sent me a letter and told me that she pulled a card for me, which, by the way, I didn't even ask her to do. And so violating some sorts of, like, you don't get to jump into anybody's energy unless you are truly, like, you ask permission or you're asking with guides. So she did that, and then, like, ruined our friendship, right? Ruined the idea that we could do it. But in the end, what really happened is she didn't like what I was saying. She didn't like, which is, I know, kind of hard to believe anyway, right? She didn't like how I was saying things, not how I was saying it. I'm not gonna say that. That's not true. She didn't like the mirror that I was showing her. And so instead, she blamed me and said it was my energy. Okay? Just think about that. It's so much easier to blame somebody else than it is to take responsibility for our own energy, vibration, and frequency, right? Our own energy, vibration, and frequency. And I've said this a million different ways on all of these Mediumship Mondays, like, you're the one in charge of your vibration and frequency. It's all just, I don't know if this is, like, even working. Okay, so I'm going to assume this is still just working. Okay, so Bethany, I don't know if BQM, I don't know if you're still there, but I'm coming to the East Coast. I just texted you again, just to see if you. Okay, you were okay. So I am coming to the East Coast, I think, next week. Do you have a room that me and my kids can cop a squad on? So okay, so that's what I want to. That's kind of what I want to talk about. For you have to be really careful that you're not just deflecting a mirror that is showing you exactly how you need to be taught or how you can begin to evolve in your soul and your spirit. And you can't really take life that seriously, because when you take life so seriously, you become an extremist. You're extreme thinking, you become extreme in your talk, extreme in your views, extreme in many different ways. And we don't want that. What we want is things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. And since everything is always working out for me, what next best thing is going to work out for me? What next thing is going to show up that is going to be the perfect thing that I need at this point in time? Just think about that. Because if you shut things down, you close doors to opportunities to see yourself, to move inside the world, to be a different person. Okay, hope that makes sense. All right, so I want to talk about, if it doesn't make sense, let me know. And I'm going to see if it really just froze my face in a not lovely place there for a second. So, okay, let's just see if it doesn't. Okay, so so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about for the lesson, the idea, the thought of the day. I know, like now it's 7:00 and there's hardly anybody on, so I'm wondering if we should move it back an hour and make it 8. But whatever. So what I want to say next is, each one of you who are on here, you are so supposed to be here. And if you're watching this video later, you are supposed to be watching this video. I say it every time when I show up at a group. If you're in this room, if you're here within this energy, vibration, and frequency and wavelength of this, like YouTube, Facebook broadcast, you truly are supposed to be watching this. So if you feel something that comes up in your soul, and I say for some kind of reading, and I say, look, this is what's coming up. This is what's happening. Just know it's also for you, okay? I have seen it so many times, and I love this. I was at Earth Elements, and so I don't know how to describe this other than what I do. And I'm very open about some of that. I was just going to say some of that. I'm very open with all of that. I did a group at Earth Elements in Saline. And if you haven't been to Earth Elements in Saline and you're on Michigan, seriously, run over there. It's a great place. They have amazing cards. They have these, and I have not bought one, but I need to because I really want it. It's like a white sage candle. So yeah, I haven't gotten around to making my own candles yet, but at some point I will. Maybe they'll put them up there. Anyway, so Earth Elements. So I'm there and I'm like I continue to try to read this woman. 4 times I can't read her. And then I realized, like, you're here for your son. And at her, right there, her son is, and then the mom is over here, the son's here, and then 2 people are late over here. So I keep trying to go to this woman, and I can't. So I realized, like, oh, I hear this. You're not here for yourself. You're here for your son. And so she said yes. And all of a sudden I got this huge pain in my head. And it was his pain he's been having in his head. So the 2 people that were beside him showed up, and I finally start to read him, and I'm like feeling this immense pain. And it comes out that he had been having this head pain for 4 years, like deep. Nobody could figure it out, on a million different drugs and supplements, and nothing was working. And so what ended up happening is, like, I'm sitting there and I kind of jump my energy and I look around in his head and I don't see anything. But sometimes the beauty of spirit is not the message that I give, although those are pretty cool. The beauty of spirit is that you are totally supported here. Those 2 ladies that came, one of them runs a pain clinic that deals with juvenile pain. that nobody else can help. So they connected that night. They were able to make that connection. They were sitting next to each other. They were in the same group. They were in the same room. Like, you are here in this same group. You are here in this same room. My guides and energies are working with your guides and energies. And we all work together to like make this week a good week. Does that make sense? All right. Okay, so some of the things, let me see here. I want to see. Okay, so okay. I think that I think I'm gonna delay, and I'm just looking through here for a second and seeing. So I have like an aunt sister energy that's coming through for me right now. She's making me feel I feel okay. I feel like there's a sister. So I don't know if these two are connected yet because they're not really showing me. But I see the aunt, and she's showing me something of like passing of the chest. It looks to me as if there's like some kind of cancer, either lung or breast cancer, that it started out. I think it traveled and began to metastasize. She's showing me getting it bigger. And I'm seeing a sister here. The sister also feels like I'm feeling the real need to tell you that I just heard the words, tell them I fought. So so when I'm hearing these words, and I wish it's a T sounding name. I'm going to tell you, I'm working on names, and I realized why it's really hard for me to work on names. One of the reasons why is because I don't usually care about names at all. I care about the vibration, energy, frequency, the feeling. I hear music, I see lights, I see sounds. I don't see sounds like that. Sorry, I'm not like that way, but I really connect with people. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, this sister's coming forward. She's making me feel as if she's giving me a feeling as if there was a, I'm having a hard time understanding on if she's telling me like she fought for her life, but I'm also feeling like I was in an accident. So she's showing me like pressure on the side of my body, and like almost getting like pushed this way. So she's showing me that. She's also showing me she wants you to know. So there's a doll associated with this. I'm seeing a doll. Does it have I'm seeing like a handmade doll. So they're showing me, my mom had made these like, I don't know, Raggedy Ann dolls is what I know what they are, Mom. A Raggedy Ann doll, I just forgot for a second. These Raggedy Ann dolls that had a sewn on embroidered heart on there, making me feel like there's hearts. There's also, they're showing me hearts, the sisters wanting you to know that you're going to be seeing hearts as a sign and symbol that she's still here and still relevant. She's making me feel like her passing is something that you relive every day. And I'm also feeling that there's, so I did everything I could. I'm also feeling like my legs are hurting. So she's also showing me a cane. So I hope this doesn't, I'm sorry, my thing is acting up again. She's showing me a cane. And she's also showing me, so she's showing me the cane, and she's showing me a lot of like drugs and IVs. I see like IV, and like I think this is an infusion or something. So I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like I feel father energy coming forward. Okay. This father energy is saying happy birthday, also making me say, like you'd have to know I would never miss. And I feel like either a balloon popped or it was set out if in like either it escaped or you set it out for me, because I see a balloon going up and up into the air. So I want to say happy birthday. I also want to say, like, I'm sorry that I'm not here in the physical for it. I do feel like this was feels like a father. I almost feel he's saying people would say that I was buried alive, but what I'm hearing is that people need to know that's the only way to validate that it's him. He wants you to know that there was no pain or suffering attached to him crossing over. He also makes me, he's making me feel like there's a J name attached to him. So I hope that makes sense to people. And if it doesn't make sense here, it can definitely make sense to somebody else who comes here. So I'm just seeing if there's anything else. So I have a grandfather energy as well that just... Well, I don't know. This sounds like somebody not from here. So I just heard, truth be told, I'm really, really loving Married at First Sight, the Australian version. I don't know if anybody is into this, but I get to watch like the 10-minute recap on YouTube, and that's all I get. I don't get to watch the whole show, but I hear righto, which is like, I hear it in Australian accent. So I hear that accent coming forward, and it feels like a younger energy to me. I don't know. I'm feeling like 21 years old. I feel like a younger male, short hair with like a short beard, because that's what they all have, right? I don't know, but that's what it feels like to me. I don't know. What is your name? I'm really trying to work on names, so this is a good venue for me to do it at. A Rob or Bob. I'm hearing something like that. It could have been even a Robert. Well, usually Rob is Robert, right? I think. So, okay. So, what else do I have? Okay. So this actually feels more of a collective channeling as I'm sitting here. I really need this to be heard, because there's like it's coming forward. The whole idea is like, we're here actually just to bring peace. So I want you to choose peace into your days, choose peace into your nights, and allow every moment that you're here to be a choice towards peace. Try not to fight. But we also know it's very, very hard not to fight. But if you ask us, we'll light the way. So, okay. So what, oh no. Oh, look at that. What is that? You were opening. Okay. I don't know what that was. Let me just see if I can connect with them again, because it makes me feel like if you choose peace, they're showing me, I see like a hill of making that choice towards peace, and then a real kind of grassy patch of green. Very soft, very supportive, and here to help you. But it's a choice for peace. And I just saw a hawk feather. So those are the messages that I have tonight. I'm going to see if I can connect with that sort of collective for future things. I also am. I want you. Yeah, I've got more big news to share in a couple of weeks. So thank you so much for coming here tonight. Oh, I see a comment. Let me just see if I need to see it before. Oh, that's exact. Oh, so yeah, a mom figure can come forward like an aunt as well. I mean, if they're and as well as your sister. Oh, wow. And sent up a balloon a few days ago. Well, Megan, definitely take the message for yourself. It's important to know you're not alone. Okay. So thank you so much for coming tonight. See light, be light. And again, if you're on Facebook, share this with everybody. The time is now for people to get their intuition turned on, to really begin to work with it. And so, the hawk. Oh, look at that, the hawk feather. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so there we go. So we have a lot of validations tonight. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I'm super excited where our community is going. It's good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So, see light, be light. See light everywhere around you. Choose peace. Share this. Mwah! Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. I think. I'm still over here on YouTube, aren't I? Yep. It's taken forever for these things to end. Somebody. Okay, so I think I'm done. Thank you so much, everybody. See light.